So apparently, if you guys don't know, and if you guys maybe don't keep up with No Jumper, there's a host on there named Sharp, and
Sharp
his
got kicked.
thing, if you guys haven't known, is essentially he had a show that was wildly popular for him. You know, kind of talking to sex workers, kind of like deconstructing their mentality. Also, for some of them who had this like jaded or delusional perspective, he was like putting them in line. Wildly entertaining. You saw someone who was, a self-admit on camera, right? And there are a lot more women who are entering sex work. And we used to think about pimping and hoeing as some ancient shit, but we see how that kind of even still applies to like women who now still work in that type of field. Anyway, while it was wildly entertaining, it got a lot of views initially. However, things happen to change.
Nothing out of character, out of pocket. Bitch got some flowers. The bitch made me some money. What's the problem? Okay, cool. Sent them to her. Here. Appreciate you. It made me some cool dough.
Okay. He goes into like his issues with everyone. This is him and with another guy named Almighty Sharp, Mighty Sus.
None of this shit, right? Ass, bitch ass nigga.
Okay.
Like if I see them.
I'm gonna skip through this again. You guys can go check him out if you want to. I guess somebody made a video and they were pointing out how things have changed for him. He's like a pimp. I guess he brought a girl on stream and people thought he was loving. I don't know what the fuck
about that. Sounds like a pure perfect Sharp episode.
He do got a great villain voice. I think it's the cigarettes. Him, Brick Baby, have like these voices that I'm like, dog, I think it's drugs that.
What the fuck's the problem?
I know y'all like to act like there's a curse of act. There is no curse with me. People think that I'm doing like some counterintelligence shit to like break up everybody's situation. I've admitted that I have done that before with Rory and Mealy Mall. But I know sometimes every time y'all show up to the scene of the crime, when someone's about to quit their job, get fired, or whatever the case is, Ack is somewhere in the ecosphere. I have no ill intent the majority of time. Rory and Mealy Mall, trust me, I did. But other than that, no. Anyway. So if you hear my voice, I don't know why they involve me in this, but this was not me doing underhanded shit.
You say you look hurt and she look busy on Instagram. Well, shit, she wasn't busy enough to shit in her.
I'll say this though, I do think that, if he ever hears this, I do think he's talented. I think he's been underused and misused. Not necessarily by Adam particularly, but I think.
Why you trying to save Adam? You ain't never tried to save Adam, nigga. Where have I been misused and you feel like I've been abused? Nigga, I ain't never been nowhere else, gang. This academics talking, right? This academics talking. Where the fuck else I done been? I mean, I'm not over here trying to throw no flag to nobody. I'm just listening to what the fuck just happened. So we're sitting on No Jumper. Everybody, we sitting here. Hey, he said, let's run that back real quick. I don't even watch this shit no more.
At No Jumper. He's not there.
I don't even watch this shit.
Academics has something to say about that. I think he's trying to recruit for his academy.
I'll say this though, I do think that, if he ever hears this, I do think he's talented. I think he's been underused and misused. Not necessarily.
Like, I felt like even initially when I addressed Sharp, I felt Sharp got in the game. Put it like this. Imagine everybody, for the most part, comes in the game. They're like, I won't say you're like Bronny James. No disrespect, Bronny, but you're off the bench. Maybe you're coming in. You're averaging 12 first season. Next season, maybe you get a start opportunity, but you a role player a little bit because you still learn the ropes. You average 15 to 18 or whatever the case is. And then maybe after that, you blossom to being like the star. And then you start averaging 25 to 30 or 35, right? Shit, I remember when I was trying to check Sharp was the rookie he was dropping 30. That's a fact. So again, that is, it's not me trying to like recruit the niggas. Like shit, that was me as a nigga who has dropped 30 for the last 10 years. Seeing the nigga who dropped 30 for his first year just saying, simmer down, nigga. You get what I'm saying? But he did start out hot. That's a fact. Okay. Let's keep it going. He goes to get a drink. You know what I mean? Drinks up. Come on, Sharp. Let's take a shot together, gang.
That's the fuck we on? We allow niggas like this to say what the fuck they want. Mash and kept my name very well, homie. Can't much people, man, pretty much nobody pretty much say anything in how I've moved through media. Hand the nigga the knife, why don't you?
Adam particularly, but I think he has a way with conversation that evokes certain shit that he's not tapping into. Like, let me tell you this: there's nothing wrong with if I'm a basketball player and I'm only good at baseline 3-pointers. It's nothing wrong with me hitting them shits all game as long as I keep working. So like I look at Sharp and I think.
See, what he's saying is, if getting at bitches and fucking annihilating bitches and taking them all the way, stripping them down butt-ass naked pretty much mentally on camera is working, nigga, keep doing such.
I'm saying that, Sharp, but I'm gonna expound on that, right? I think I'm a pretty good hip-hop commentator. Hip-hop is my name. But you know what I've done my whole career? I've beaten this hip-hop shit into submission. Pause. I think sometimes we don't realize what is the thing that makes, like, for example, Warren Chirac. Now, extrapolate beyond the Warren Chirac. Just think about why people even watched it or what people thought about me. Even when I was covering the guys who were like the 2016, like, you know, the newer guys, people looked at me like, oh, Act's gonna cover the drill shit. He's gonna cover the colored here niggas, the SoundCloud niggas. That was my shit. I remember realizing that I was drowning in a bigger ocean. This is 2012, 2013. When I talked about Drake, do you get what I'm saying? Now, do I want to go hear a take about Drake and Kendrick from them? No. But there's nothing wrong with them just owning that. I've learned this the best. My nigga, you know how many people hit me up when Drake and Kendrick are beefing? I don't care who was on. Nigga, I was pulling Kai Cenat numbers during that time. Why? I dominated, if you want to call this a niche. When it comes to hip-hop shit going on, like, put it like this. Any day a breaking topic happens, if I get on stream, we're going to be at like 30, 40,000 people up in this bitch. Because who they going to want to hear from other than Act? Let's keep it 100. So when I say that, I'm saying that, yo, when you have a thing, a shtick, more and more, but even Stephen A., like, even when Stephen A. speaks on hip-hop, it's like, you're the sports guy. What I'm trying to say is that Sharp's bread and butter is when a woman is sitting across from him. I've never listened to Sharp for a hip-hop opinion, ever. Even though he's on No Jumper. You don't have to scream at girls all the time, but you should be involved with women. Whether coaching, whether, like, you have to be creative in your own lane, but that's your lane. And that's the point I was trying to say. I think some people feel like they're being kept in a box when they don't really know that they dominate and operate a niche. Hopefully that makes sense.
Is what he's saying. Don't try to evolve in any type of other aspect.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that. I just said what I said. But realize what you dominate. Put it like this. We could have cumulatively 17,000 people watching me because you're like, oh shit, ask about it, talk about the Grammys and talk about the Kendrick thing and the Diddy thing and the Drake thing. If I say, fuck all that, I'm talking about politics for the next 6 hours, there's going to be 5,000 people in here. You know why? Y'all don't want to hear me talk about that. That's why even when I'll give my opinion on these things because I got an opinion on everything. But I know that y'all don't look to me.
If we gonna get about the real shit tonight, let's dig in. Look at everybody's face.
Let me chill.
Everybody knows what I was there. They're listening. They're listening to this nigga talk about like, man, you know, Sharp really has the it factor to be something crazy, but he's not diving into his bag this way. Maybe it's not what I can't see, my brother. Maybe it's about what some of the people around us can't see.
Interesting. Okay.
Call that.
So, he could definitely. I felt.
A spy.
He questioning niggas and saying, "Hey, how does AD know this? How does AD know this? How does AD know this?" Like, nigga, everybody tell me everything. And it ain't just one person. There's multiple motherfuckers. I know everything that go on in that building. I could been catching fire, doing all type of shit, burning shit down if I wanted to. But I ain't doing that shit. Like
The
a nigga
got to be Flocka or Sharp. Which one is it?
Man, listen. I'm gonna keep it gangster. I don't even talk to Sharp. So
at least we know. Sharp been keeping it real. Yeah.
Accessibility
nigga. At least we
shortcuts.
motherfucking know. Yeah. Keep that shit
Use
a
the
band,
tab key
nigga.
to navigate. And
Now, I'm gonna take that what he said and give Sharp a little bit of advice. I definitely think Sharp's loyalty kind of got to him, where I think he came in there touting that, you know, I'm a boss, this and third. We had a bet like, yo, you don't work for no jumper, whatever the case is. But eventually, I think his loyalty to the brand made him, like, even what he's saying now is like, yeah, like, yo, nah, I held it down. I can see why he feels the way he feels about all this other stuff going on. Okay, all right. Let me keep going. Matter of fact, I want to go a little bit.
And ask him, who did it? Keep that shit a band. Who? Call out your favorite host right now, nigga. Call him and tag him and ask him. How keep AI moved? Keep that shit a band. Who? Call out your favorite host right now, nigga. Call him and tag him and ask him. Who?
in that building, I could been catching fire, doing all type of shit, burning shit down if I wanted to. But I ain't doing that shit. Like
the mole got to be Flocka or Sharp. Which one is it?
Man, listen. Straight up.
I thought I was going to see Sharp in this. Is Sharp still there or did he leave?
Man, listen. I don't know. Listen. I know what the fuck going on. They doing Sharp wrong over there. Straight up. Told that nigga they gonna cut his pay. They can't pay that nigga no more the way that he was supposed to be getting paid and shit like that. When he was keeping it loyal over there. They doing that nigga wrong. I'm gonna keep it G.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think Sharp fucked up by getting on the news.
Hold on, that's crazy. That's crazy. Academic said Sharp should have never fucked up by getting on his knees. And he's trying to switch the subject real quick. Like he didn't just say that. That's crazy. Sympedemics.
He should. If I'm sure.
She done fucked every nigga in Houston. She done fucked every nigga in New Jersey.
Why you yelling about who his bitch fuck, gang?
So whoever this guy who made this video, right? I don't even know who he is, but I'll give him some.
Damn, everybody be on act girl who should be fucking.
Me, they're trying to get to the point where I'm at.
Damn.
So I'm gonna give you some advice. And I completely get it because, again,
Nigga,
I
do I be
always say,
sounding like that?
sometimes I learned this from Quincy Jones. Sometimes you got to play like your favorite musician to grow into being the guy. So either trying to become someone or imitating someone's style, that's completely fine. The advice I'm going to give you is you need to learn to listen, because I think you were just trying to get yours off because essentially – you're not really adding much to this video. I never said that Sharp was on his knees. I said the mistake that was made, and let me go back again. And this is, whoever this video is, who made this video or who was commenting, I got to point out rookie mistakes because these are the rookie mistakes that keep you at the low level you are, whoever this is.
Over there, they doing that nigga wrong. I'm gonna keep it G.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think Sharp fucked up by getting on the news. Okay, and he cut. I said Sharp fucked up by getting on the news, not his knees. I would literally just say, who gives a fuck? Sharp fucked up by getting on the news, and I still believe that. When I seen Sharp at No Jumper, it reminded me of at Complex how they treated Hot Ones and sneaker shopping. Hot Ones, they knew Hot Ones was the
Get in
home
line.
run
They
hit.
did get in line.
If
dirty.
we ever got a good guest, like even I brought Yachty in the building. Yo, Wale came up there to cuss me out. People came up there to cuss Joe out. As soon as they did those shows, they wanted them to do Hot Ones because that was the premier brand that was making them a lot of fucking money. Complex liked Hot Ones so much. Look at Hot Ones. They got their own channel. It's on a channel called First We Feast. This is the Complex channel. 14 million. Look, SZA was just on it. They treat it differently. Look, it has a banner, Hot Ones. Why did they treat that brand like that? Why don't we see the host himself, oh shit, I'm forgetting his fucking name. God damn it.
No
What's my
clue.
boy's name?
Jalen Brown.
I feel like
Oh shit, I am burnt out.
Jalen Brown, nigga.
What's his dude's name? God damn it, I work with him too. Fuck. Sean Evans. They don't let Sean Evans do anything. Now, I'm not saying let. They prefer.
He talking about Jalen Brown.
Because I'm pretty sure he has his freedoms. But he's smart also. So let me rephrase that. Sean Evans realizes when I hop on Hot Ones, these are the biggest episodes that Complex could ever get. Look, they have something with Gordon Ramsay, 128 million views.
God damn.
There's something about when you start hitting at that rate, you have to be exclusive. If you want to see Sean Evans, you got to go to Hot Ones. You ain't going to catch him as a guest host on anything else. Think about it. Currently the biggest guy at Complex right now does no other their shows. This ain't the Stephen A. and shout to Stephen A. method. He doesn't appear on anything else. That's what I was trying to say. And for that ill-educated, badly listened individual who's making this video, you got to use context clues. Like I would have expounded if I said he was on his knees. I said on the news. Once I saw Sharp on No Jumper News, I said, oh, the mystique of what he does is going to get eradicated. Because now we're going to see him talk about topics that, number one, we don't care to hear him talk about. Just like, imagine if they put the Hot Ones nigga on Everyday Struggle. Do you want to hear his opinion about Future? No. Now, if Future is in front of him and Future got a hot wing in his hand, it does matter, right? So, once I seen Sharp, what's it called? Sharp on, what's that shit called? Sharp No Jumper News. I was just like, ooh, you're watering down. Like, you're literally, I think this was
global warning. Dude.
Like, you're watering down what Sharp is.
Sharp didn't even look comfortable.
Sharp is a guy that's supposed to pop in once a week or once every 2 weeks, but he gonna deliver an episode that gets y'all 400, 500,000 views. Big moments. Do you get what I'm saying? And once I seen them put him here, I was confused because the general public starts to normalize Sharp as, oh, he's just one of the talking heads on No Jumper, while I thought the Sharp Tank could have been just like how I just mentioned Hot Ones. The Sharp Tank could have been a standalone channel, and it would have grew. The Sharp Tank with No Jumper, they should have separated. Like, yo, The news, yeah, you can see the like who are these guys? Is this P Nice? P Nice used to work there. I just did something with P Nice. You could Flacco's here. You could see these guys, like all these guys just like randomly talking, like who cares? You know what I mean? Obviously, shout out to Flacco. Like Flacco's there to just kind of agitate. But you don't put your star, and maybe I was incorrect for thinking like that, because I thought No Jumper was gonna treat Sharp, even if they don't believe in his talent, but by raw numbers, that's the star. You don't ever put the star on the daily program, if you get what I'm saying. So that's what I was mentioning. Anyway.
Yeah,
hold on, that's crazy. That's crazy. Academic said, he's trying to switch the subject real quick. Like
this guy does not listen.
You can tell, dude.
You need to choke up.
Dude, that's a Sharp.
Don't matter. It's not about that. It's about
Okay.
him even being able to have this, even in the mix, no matter what the nigga says, because he know what type of nigga I am. Not a lot of niggas is made like me. But I get it,
say
gang.
nothing bad about
I'm
you,
nothing
bro.
but
He
love
just
to
gave
you,
his
bro.
opinion, nigga. The fuck?
It's all good. I'll take mines, my nigga, and how I come. No interviews on No Jumper. If it ain't worth it, or it ain't something that I should be doing that even makes sense, I probably ain't gonna be over there like that no more. And it ain't nothing against No Jumper or any type of bullshit or any type of drag. I'm just, I'll still go shit if we cool with it, shit. If not, hey, that's cool too. But I'm not doing nothing over there that don't serve its purpose. Real shit, homie. I'm the last real pillar, my nigga. And I take my pillar down. Straight up, homie. Niggas can say whatever the fuck they want to say. I've done great throughout it all. I take my pillar down, though, my nigga. Mine no longer stands.
They be drinking, boy.
This is where certain people wanted it to be. Like, they didn't want to do it themselves. They rather it be this way. And that's cool. I'm going to take a little break, though. I ain't got no diss towards nobody. Shit, I put some content on No Jumper. Hopefully it do cool. If it do cool, it do. If it don't, it don't. I'm not going to let that be, that's not where it's going to be no more. And I ain't trying to take it to nobody else's platform neither. Damn, I never thought I'd see like this feeling. I never thought it'd be this. Sharp Tank was something crazy, my nigga. Nobody, I never even thought would be that way. Hell, Adam don't even know even this shit. I'm sure it ain't even got to him. And if it did shit and he ain't text me, he really didn't give a fuck. Stop the bullshit, dog. This ain't even got nothing to even do with that. And the way I got pushed around and just like, man, getting dropped whenever. Shit, there's 3 weeks before some content of mine come out, like talking about monetization, liquor and all. Man, we ain't never had them problems. And there's been people doing way more than me on shit that, this shit just been crazy, my nigga. Like, I'm kind of cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm really fucking over it. I ain't even gonna hold you. This nigga didn't explain no beef. It ain't no beef, homie. It's just, it is what it is. And I can get it. Some good things have their dead ends, but this one right here, I feel like was kind of forced. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sharp and Sharp Tank and No Jumper, that shit could prevail.
Take a shot for you, brother.
But, I mean, I get it. I see it.
I can drink, boy.
That shit's insane, my nigga. Like, a 5-star motherfucking vet over in that bitch. Damn, y'all ship all y'all vets out like this one. Man. I've had to flex on niggas behind No Jumper, dog. Like, real shit. Like, nigga, I'm at fucking the Hollywood Impact Awards. I see fucking little fucking, what's the nigga name? YK Osiris. That nigga want to talk to me. He don't want to talk to me because of nigga shit. He feel like he done got slandered so bad. Shit, the nigga didn't even want to talk to me. I had to like kind of flex on the nigga and be like, hey, bro, that ain't me that be doing that shit to you, so don't even treat me like that.
Anyway.
My travels. Nigga, that shit didn't do too much of nothing. Okay. Shit, real shit. I know how to move past and move on. I got no issue with nobody. Not Adam, not nobody, my nigga. I just see me on a lot of different shit.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like shit. They just drop my shit whenever, and that's just people's personal little beefs. Shit like that happens. If you have little problems with other people and shit, you try to address it, but people don't be listening. I ain't gonna lie, that shit be coming from the backstage. And I don't even want to blast her. Real shit.
Okay.
Slick, but she wasn't the entire time. Should go from like 3-4 weeks talking about some monetization. Come on, my nigga. We done monetized some of the most demonic shit. Diabolical shit of mine. Now all of a sudden it's a problem and that shit's cliche. Damn. Done with that shit, my nigga. Getting played and all that extra shit and the relationships you may have with people. Man, fuck all that shit, homie. That shit comes to a fucking halt. Let me have been the old nigga. Bitch would have got slapped. I swear to God, homie. Like straight up, me trying to be cool. Some of these bitches really be needing to get checked, even squares. I'ma keep that shit a band, my nigga.
Turn up then.
Real talk.
Turn
they
up
know
then.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Talk about it.
Yeah, real shit, nigga. Really trying me and playing with me. But
Playing
I've
with
been
a
around
big
for
shark.
A lot of people, I swear to God, I want anybody to try to come say anything about me. Anything about me.
I like this energy.
And I got a time where I done looked out for them. And let's see if they got a time where they done looked out for me.
Yeah.
There's none.
Talk about that shit.
Madison, you say you lost for words, baby. Shit, I've been speechless. You know why y'all didn't see me tripping out on bitches or nothing like that no more is because with them vlogs and me meeting all these famous people and people knowing me and people fucking with me, I wanted to take that route. So I tried to leave all that like, getting them, these bitches are beneath me at this point. Call Dago. Like, what am I doing? Like, that shit should be, that's where we started. That's not where we end. Call Dago. Shit, I'm meeting people who I grew up on. Call Dago. Just want y'all to know I love y'all, homie. Like, it ain't no, like, I get it, my nigga. It's straight. A lot's happened. Or a lot's been said. We will keep mashing. Since, hey, cool, I will do it. Got no problem with it. But if a nigga tell me after this, and this is just me being honest, if you tell me after this, like, oh, Sharp, we don't need no more of your presence, nigga, fuck you. Straight up. You don't need me after this, my nigga, and anything for what it is, shit, I've been let it be known. Like, just on some real shit of, hey, man, we can do this, we can do that. Motherfuckers don't want to listen. Hey, that's cool. Some content that fits. Shit, hey, man, run me through. Just like the Sauce Walker, nigga, shit, he wanted me through the building. Nobody else. I want to play with, dog. I'm just not. But, oh, well, it's just you and this is just what, nah, nigga, motherfuckers been shutting me out. I've been seeing it. And it ain't even like Adam, homie. It be like some of your people that work around you, dog. You don't be watching what be going on. Like, I'm not over here, hey, I hope everything happens the way it's supposed to happen over in No Jumper. Can't say, nigga, I walked with your bag already or anybody's bag over there. Shit, I walked with my own and you walked with some of mine too.
Okay, what you mean? Talk about it.
That about a bitch.
What you mean?
What you mean? Talk about it. Act a fool, bro.
Had him, everybody go talk like, man, you knew he was gonna turn on, nigga. I don't turn for nothing. I just see what it is, homie. And a nigga don't want to fight me about nothing either. Look, people's jobs and what they're doing to where shit's getting sloppy. Shit, I remember when we was putting out filet mignon. My nigga. I mean, let's keep that
say cheese for sure.
shit real. Shit, it take us an hour to put out something that could take care of us for the next 6 months. Now we putting out shit, nigga. It's like putting out spaghetti with fucking real extra. Oh, man, shit been worked on every day, man. All the marinara been worked on. Shit and ketchup. That shit's kind of crazy, bro. Joe Rogan, that was a nigga. It's about what's been portrayed and how it's been perceived. Shit, I might as well roll with the punches, right? Why not? Should the content that don't get seen or played with or put out whenever the fuck it wants to get put out or whatever the fuck the case may be, I might as well put that shit on my channel.
So he's saying he shot content. It's taking like a month for them to put it out.
I'm playing myself at this point. Anything I do at No Jumper, hey man, it's what somebody call me. Or that's where they want to be. Like, it's not even like, when I came over there, when I did that interview with Mark, it brought a whole different essence that was watching me. When I just stayed over there, that shit buried itself. But it's a trajectory right now, and I don't think it involves me. You never gave a fuck about where I went because you know why? You sit with niggas that agree with you, Adam.
Fucking with me today.
What?
I'm the last from the old wrecking crew, nigga. Push me out, you want to push me away. That's cool. But I'm the last of the last, nigga. Maybe you felt like, hey, man, shit, you pimped the pimp. Maybe that's how you really felt. But you didn't, homie. I respected everything about you. This shit been goofy. And I don't respect that. This shit been goofy as fuck. Some of the shit that probably done went on that I missed out on money on. I don't give a fuck if I ain't never on that channel again. Nigga, I don't care if it makes me 50 cents a month. I want all my bread every month. Shit, I ain't even went and backdated some of the numbers of some of the shit that probably done went on that I missed out on money on. Nigga, straight up. I done had to do that before. Shit, I'm missing 4,500, 5,500. Nigga, I'm having to go day back for it. Like, hey, man, let me get mine. And I'm still staying down. Let's get that shit right, my nigga. And I'm the nigga that you look at for like, come on, dog.
So what I'm getting from this is that, and maybe this is why it's now helping me explain, at least from his side, why maybe when we had that conversation of him thinking, well, me saying you work for No Jumper, he's like, no, I don't. In his mind, he's saying, well, I don't work for them because it's a profit share. So I'm guessing whatever interviews he did were bringing in a certain amount of money that would get bust down. So it was a profit share. And I could imagine the other hosts probably get, I don't know, whatever set fee a week as long as they show up. He was getting paid based on his views. Oh, okay. But by the way, technically that's still an employee, even if that's your agreement. You know what I mean? Like, shit, there's a bunch of incentive bonuses with Spotify and Rumble. I'm still an employee. I don't get to be like, nah, I'm not an employee. We're partners. We just bust it down. Like, who collects the check and who pays who?
Let some buster ass bitch out of whoop the fuck out in that building. All types of shit go down. Man, please. Man, I wish a motherfucker would too, nigga, at this point. Who? Man, who, nigga? Who got a problem with me, dog? Anything I ever did, I stood on a bitch neck. Half you niggas stand on these niggas' dicks. Keep that shit real. It's something this shit get crazy. When a nigga talking about me to the next nigga. You talk about me to Brick Baby, nigga. Adam talk about you. You talk about what you should be saying to me, to him.
Adam Pillow talking to Brick Baby. Wait, how does that make sense?
Call Dago. That shit crazy to me, gang. I never fucking respected, homie. Let me go then, nigga. I done did everything I was supposed to do. Not what I wanted to do. That shit crazy as fuck, homie. You should have talked to me, nigga. I gotta hear from the next nigga what you think about me. Call Dago. That shit funny as fuck to me, homie. Straight up. What you think about me, nigga? And I don't know what niggas' plays them been, but the truth's the truth.
Unfortunately, which I think Adam's getting a little bit better at. I think he was horrible at when the first group of people left. Is that when you're doing business especially when you're building something from the ground up and you're a entrepreneur, you're not just bringing somebody into some robust, already thriving, like they're a replaceable part. When somebody shows you loyalty and when somebody feels like they've been a big part, like for example, you know how Sharp's thinking? Yo, bro, niggas left no jumper. I stayed. I was one of the biggest view getters. I brought some of the biggest moments in the 6 months or year leading up to them niggas leaving. So me staying, here's the thing. It's more than just X's and O's and pluses and minuses and ones and zeros and, you know, just business. It's, bruh, I showed you loyalty. And that you have to account for that because, yeah, I get why he feels like, damn, how you talking shit about me to the new guy when I'm one of the reasons why this ship stayed afloat when everybody left.
And I stood in your corner, my nigga, through the worst of the worst. Hopefully we can rekindle, baby.
I think they will.
But you know the truth's the truth, my nigga.
Okay.
Hopefully we can really reconcile. And I don't want to go online about it, nothing. But the shit's bullshit, dog. And what you doing? Shit ain't about no fucking numbers. Adam, you was really when niggas was checking you about this shit. Like, hey, nah, nigga, we gonna move it like this. Yeah, all right, cool. Now all of a sudden, like, even when you would say something about a bitch, I'd be like, nah, don't, or a nigga, hey, nah, don't call him that. Nah, bro, you ain't like that type of shit. I don't know, bro. I thought we was on some real shit. Now all of a sudden, nigga, I'm the shelf to nigga, huh? And you don't even say nothing about it. You let niggas say, man, hey, Sharp got fired, quit, nigga, all that. Nigga, I done made the most money at that company and done made that company money for the, man, over 3 years. How the fuck, nigga, I'm the nigga that's being looked at like, oh, it's a problem. How, nigga?
Gets a little bit deeper. He gets to talk about even Adam's wife, Lena. I don't know when that's going to come, but he eventually says that he felt like he was devalued the whole time.
Fuck. There's no excuse. Hell, me and Brick Baby had a show at Adult Summit. Adult Summit, nigga, was cracking. Even at a fucked up time. Now the show canceled. Oh, well, we can't get the chicks in. Why not? What the fuck was the problem? This shit be crazy as fuck, my nigga. Standing this shit, gang, and you don't talk to me about it, my nigga. So I start to take my own outlook. And why you doing what the fuck you doing?
Okay.
No, I came from something else already. Let's not use that outlet shit tonight. Nigga, should be some bullshit. Body, I don't have no issue with anybody. It's just the truth. Well, past all of them. I genuinely how you should treat a situation. And to be real, homie, this ain't nothing emotional. I feel like it's gonna kill a lot of the trolls off. That way you know what you know, how I feel. Got nothing against Adam, my nigga. Nothing, but the truth's the truth, homie. I'm cool with that. We can move on past that. They threw him to the shelf, so what the fuck's it even matter? Gave a lot to that company, my nigga.
I feel like he's blaming the booker.
She's trying to act like she cool with it all, even in tech. Man, I already know the whole play. Don't even get me started, my nigga. And I wish she would try to call me out, boy, because you set yourself up for failure. There ain't even nothing that you can even say to me. Nothing you can say to me.
Okay, so I think he's blaming the talent booker over there. I don't really know her. But, I you know, this is going to happen at companies. Like, you know what I mean? Shit, especially if I'm Sharp, I think I should get perfect. Again, remember I told you about Complex, right? Yo, if we ever got, like, say me and Joe, because, like, we're doing a show, it's being provocative, like, artists are responding to it. Some of them want to pop in. Like, I remember when 21 Savage and Amber Rose came in. I remember when some of these people who, like they pretty much came in because we were talking about them and they came to respond and do an interview. Complex was just piggyback off of it. And more important than them doing our show, like, yeah, they were going to do our show because they came for that, was them putting those people on these other shows, like whether it was, like, Hot Ones. Like, you know how many times I walked out of Everyday Struggle and I'm walking to the green room, me and Joe, and the artists, they're ushered quickly into the Hot Ones room. Why? That's their priority. Like their priority, like the booker, like the person who booked the talent, when you now bring in somebody because you've been whatever getting into it with them, they quickly start, oh, hey, blah, 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 blah. Hey, I work for Complex, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Like they almost like take that person away from you, and then they just bring them into a bunch of other Complex like priorities to get the Complex shit off. So I say that to say, like, I'm pretty sure whoever books for No Jumper is probably like they have a priority list. And I could imagine Sharp, who's thinking, bro, I'm like the star here. Like, y'all should get me every big interview. How are y'all not booking them for me? How are y'all booking them for this person? How are y'all not making these calls to say, do you want to sit down with Sharp? Yeah, I'd feel a way too. I get that.
Man, the person that tried to do.
By the way, when that happened at Everyday Struggle, bro, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, Joe would peep these things. Joe would peep like, yo, you know Hot Ones don't shoot at this time. We shot it at 7 a.m. 9 a.m., right when our show's going to be done, Hot Ones already set up that the guests that we had just walk right in there and go do their show. And the whole time we like, since when Hot Ones shoot this early? No, they're just piggybacking off our guests, but really they don't give a fuck about Everyday Struggle that much. They care about getting Hot Ones to guests. Why? Hot One's the moneymaker, or Hot One's the preferred one. Hot One's the marketable one. You know what I'm saying? So I even though this is not on that much of a corporate level like that, even though still kind of a little bit corporate, I get what Sharp is saying.
Do that shit. And then when she worked for me, like, man, motherfucker can't even say nothing to me. It's cold. Shit, do No Jumper. Yeah. Because it's to the ones that know. And to the ones that know that nigga shit. Nigga, bro, come hop in my car. I get it. You can be upset with me about the situation with House Phone and why I said what I said, but if you took that shit wrong, nigga, you was upset with me anyway. And I get it. It's cool. So don't forget. Bring you in on other shit that I possibly could bring you in. Where we done did the shit with who was that? It was Kazumi and the little white bitch. What was her name? I fuck with that little white bitch too. The little. I was making sure you was making money off me. I was coming.
Okay. All right, hold on.
And I still had the Kelpie interview lined up that same day, which Almighty sat in on. There's no bullshit.
Okay, I'm
It's got to be another interview. Laura, you remember this because you was the one that came in and come and got me. Yeah. Say, hey, Sharp's got to be in another interview. I got Almighty about to come sit down with me. I never, when Flacco asked her about me and said, what do you think about his name? Kind of low.
This is where, sit down with and I ain't gonna lie. If you didn't think that this nigga's fire, let me tell you this. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Never mention the boss's girl. Let me tell everybody in the world this. I don't care where you work at. I don't care if the boss's girl is a bitch. I don't care if she's the most horrible person ever. The moment you talk, you can say anything about the boss. The moment you talk about the boss's girl, you're fired. It's over. It's over. I'm telling you this. It's a fact. So he mentions Lena, and this is when I realized this shit's over.
And be on some drag, even though she bashed me.
Here we go.
I've been trying to get the Lena interview. Shit, nigga, I never wanted to sit down with her and be on some drag, even though she bashed my name kind of low-key, nigga, back in the beginning. And it's all dated, so it's not even no plan. When Flacco asked her about me and said, what do you think about Sharp? Nigga, I'm thriving through the company. She said, I think I could poke a hole in Sharp's little thing. And you know what? I ain't never had nothing against Baby or against her and had him like, even though he say, oh, if somebody ever talked to my wife like that, I'm going to go crazy. Hey, homie, I never did. I've always kept it respectful, even though every time she walked through, my nigga, she always looked like she way bigger than me. Every time she look at me, she looked down upon me. Straight up. And I've always kept that shit respectful.
Now, to your credit, Sharp, I'm going to be honest with you. This is why I believe a man's woman should stay out of the workplace. Real talk. Because here's the thing. Sharp works for Adam. Every girl I've ever been with, I've seen this one fatal characteristic in all of them. This is a fact. When they get around what I've built where I'm the boss, where I've paid all this money to create whatever, they think that they should be talked to, treated like they're me. So trust me, when they come to your job, they think they're the boss too. That's a fact. So I could see Lena walking through there like, you bitch ass niggas, like real talk.
I know, my nigga, I ain't stupid. It lets me know what type of conversations be happening about me. You know what I'm saying? So I pay attention. I'm a real one, my nigga. Can't nobody ever, dog. If my bitch is sitting there, and I ain't calling your woman any of that, but I'm just saying, like, if my bitch sitting there and like she acting a funny way towards you, that lets me know, nigga, that should let you know what type of conversations are being had about you at home.
That's a fact. The conversations gonna include, why don't you fire that nigga? That nigga's trash. Why you be letting him talk about women like that? That nigga don't be bringing none. Trust, you're right on this shit. You're right. But this is why, I've learned your personal relationship with your girl, you feel what I'm saying, don't belong. Like, I'm gonna, and I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite with this because I could use mad personal examples, but I won't. But I'm telling you, all this is true. So if you're thinking about any personal example with me, it's true, whatever. I remember, so Dana White, Rumble invited me to, this is when I met the president, Trump, at a UFC event. Logan Paul sitting right next to me. We're sitting at the exact front row. I'm sitting next to Logan Paul. I think it might be his baby mom. So, and by the way, Logan, if you see this, bro, I don't want no smoke with you. Thank you. You guys send Prime to my headquarters all the time. I love you. But I just gotta be honest. For whatever reason, I guess his fiance at the time, I don't know if they married, she don't like Trump. So as everything is happening, you have Aiden coming around, you have other people coming around. By the way, this was on a stream where I think Gideon was there, and Logan got into it with Gideon. Was like, nigga, could you move over? Because Gideon was like sitting next to him, vlogging him. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I felt like Logan Paul wasn't really saying, he said, I don't want to be on camera the whole time because he knew how his girl was. Because his girl made a few remarks. Nigga, Secret Service came through with Trump, nigga. Like, bruv, if you don't like Trump, you could leave. But I heard her say a few things, and I seen Logan. Logan was trying to like deflect it type shit. But yeah, if she's saying that in public, you could only imagine what she's saying in private. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, it's one of those things. I think Logan handled that like the ultimate professional. And by the way, nobody was disrespectful to his girl at all. But yeah, like, yo, if you link with, or if you meet somebody and they girl got a stank face about you, girl got this wildest demeanor about you, the only exception is if the person, sometimes a girl will be hating on a homeboy if she think you helping her nigga cheat or like be doing some weird shit. But if you're an employee like Sharp, yeah, her opinion about you, when that nigga go home, she's poisoning that nigga mind with a million things. Yeah, Sharp is trash. That nigga is bullshit. That nigga don't know how to really do his job. Yo, he's a one-trick pony. Like, he only talk to, why you be letting this misogynistic blah, 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 blah. 100%. That's a fact. So Adam did respond, and I'm going to get to it.
We're here.
It is a long response. It's like 30 minutes, but we're going to shorten it. Here we go. We're going to skip past the intro.
Sharp live that is being spoke about. But I am aware of the clips that have been posted on the Reddit, and there are two very specific claims. Let me speak about that. Let me just go through Sharp's trajectory on No Jumper. He did a Software Underbelly interview, and it was, since obviously with the whole pimp thing, I knew right away that was it. So bring him on the channel, start lining up different adult stars and some other girls or whatever, and pretty quickly through the roof. Now, granted, this is pandemic times where everybody was kind of through the roof. So, regardless, and they're doing really well. And that was good. That was cool. We're making money. And pretty quickly, I think it might have been Sharp's first interview with a girl. boom, it's fucking getting like, I think it might have made $15,000 in the first week or something like that.
Okay, and I like to bring the transparency to shit. If you see an hour and a half interview get 1 million views, you're gonna get $20,000 for an hour and a half of content, 1 million views. That's just how it goes on YouTube. Okay, and I think Sharp was hitting 1 million on a few of them joints. Okay, so you put a nigga on the platform. Obviously, we're hoping the whole thing is monetized. Obviously, if it's a thing you can't monetize, it doesn't matter. But yeah, if the whole thing is monetized, 1 million views, hour and a half, 15,000. Okay, and it could be more too, or it could be a little bit less, but around that range. Okay, so I guess Adam is then explaining how he's gonna pay Sharp, because I didn't know he's paying some of these guys like $400 per episode, right?
So it became clear pretty quickly, like, okay, we're not going to be giving Sharp a couple $100 an interview. We're going to have to split the money up to some point. Now, what was our split? None of your business. Don't worry about it, guys. But
I would imagine a 60-40. A 60 for No Jumper, 40 for Sharp. Why 60-40? Why not the other way? Because, obviously everything that comes in, YouTube takes a fee. There's production costs, blah, blah, blah. So you take a little bit more rather than the 50-50. So a 60-40 kind of sounds like it works, right?
that was what we were doing, and it worked. Now, at no point during Sharp's time on the channel has it ever been discussed the idea that Sharp would be on the No Jumper show, on the Tuesday show. That was never discussed. And then even beyond that, like, it was never discussed that he would start his own weekly podcast, right? We never got into that. That never really came up. So Sharp's doing his thing, the years go by, and as time goes by, I think he starts to become more and more self-conscious because he's reading the chat, he's reading the comments, and the comments are kind of saying, hey, this guy only can do one thing. This guy can only scream at fucking at girls, and that's not necessarily entertaining in the long run, right? That makes sense. So I think Sharp starts trying to broaden his skills. And I shouldn't even act like he wasn't doing that from the beginning, because obviously he was talking to other pimps. He's talking to So that was the first couple years. Then AD, T-Rail, Duno, etc. They all leave at the same time, right? So that happened. And Sharp stuck around. And, obviously I'm happy to have him on the channel and everything. But to be honest, by that point, he had already kind of found himself in the same position that he's in right now, where...
Yo, I'm going to just say this one last thing. I keep saying this to every No Jumper host. And Brick Baby, if you motherfucking listening. And I think Flacco kind of understands. But I got to speak to Brick Baby directly. And I'm only speaking to you as a black man, because a lot of times I keep seeing the same thing among black men who don't know the business that well and get into it, and you feel like you've played such an integral part. You understand that you're playing multiple roles. Like, for example, Brick Baby. I'm pretty sure you kind of feel a little bit closer to Adam, because when Adam probably goes out, he invites you. Nigga, you're supposedly a top crip. You're going to be a guy who's going to be a buffer and a little bit of a protection, just like how AD was, but probably even more, right? And you probably feel like our relationship is deeper and thicker than just business. I'm here to tell you, no, it's not. Now, I'm not going to say it won't be for everybody, but at this point, you're an idiot. You get what I'm saying? I could say this, and this is one thing I've always admired about white people, and I'm sorry to just bring it to race. When I hear how Adam speaks about certain shit, I know Adam is X's and O's. Let me tell you this, and I wouldn't air out none of the people that are employed by me. Put it like this: the people who I employ, have y'all gone or seen 2-3 months without seeing a episode of Everyday, not Everyday Show, Off the Record? The same rate that I was paying them when I got in 2021 off the record. When I got, how much did I get? It was like $1.5 million for production budget. So I had my fee for the show. Then they wanted like one of their little fucking, what was it? I forgot what one of the little production company. I said, fuck the production company. Give me the money. I'll produce the shit. They gave me $1.5 million, I think, for a year. I said, perfect. This is what I'm going to pay people with, right? And I'm going to build a studio. I don't want to use one studio. I built whatever. I did whatever, right? I was able to offer the people that work for me a certain amount of money at that point, right? I haven't been with Spotify for a year now, right? If I'm Adam, I would have just fired him. Get out of here. It's over. Bruv, y'all know, I don't put out everyday, off the record that frequently. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I do value loyalty a bit. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be stupid or completely dumb and just be like, I'm going to pay your bills for life. But there's times, I've paid people, like they get a standard salary or standard per month. And sometimes there might be one day of work and I still pay it. But you know why? Because I do respect, there's a loyalty tax in there too. Everybody who's on payroll with me, I ain't never seen them do nothing dumb. I understand that, oftentimes, I've hit them up like show up here at 1 o'clock, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. They've done it. And it's on me to create certain business because I turn down a lot of stuff. Like these days, me streaming is way more beneficial than even me interviewing. I'm going to be honest with you. So rather than fire my people just to save a couple bucks, I'm like, man, bro, these people got their jobs, they got their houses, their mortgages, they got families. If anything, I try to recreate something that I'm not ever just dropping people off payroll. If I'm paying you, I understand after a while you're like, oh, I rely on this guy for a paycheck. I'm not going to be like, well, it didn't make business sense this week. Let's rental a bit. And that's an alternative rather than me telling the people that work for me, you're fired. Or, bro, like, I'm paying you this wild amount of money and you're not working. You get what I'm saying? But me, I wanna reward loyalty. Like, these people have been with me for a long time. These people, I've had conversations with people about moving, that they could be easier to do the job that I need them to do. Hey, not entertaining other jobs. And because of that, I feel I owe those people a bit. I actually feel like I do. Now, that's when you're dealing with maybe somebody like me. And I'm not trying to say I'm better or worse than Adam, because I think Adam is probably better business-wise because, nigga, I've lost tens of thousands paying. Yo, play this. If you're paying people, like I just had to approve payroll. When you have to approve payroll, nigga, for $50,000 and you think I only recorded 2 episodes, and again, that's just only payroll for that. You might be like, man, I could just fire these niggas and I gain extra. But I understand, like, yo, listen, there's ebbs and flows in this industry. The hardest thing to find is good people. The hardest thing. That's how I look at things. So I've taken losses with still keeping people on payroll, still paying people, despite me not having the amount of work or the volume to justify maybe what they're getting paid if we're really being real. But I blame that on myself. Create more shit. Like, they work for you. Figure out some more shit that they could work. I don't think that's how Adam looks at it. And there's nothing wrong with how Adam looks at it. But I think when we hear people like Sharp, people like AD historically, people like, and I'm saying this about Brick Baby now, I don't care how many fades you down to take for Adam. I don't care how many times you prevent a nigga from getting on his ass. He doesn't look at it like that. Me, I do look at it like that. I do look at it like, bro, I've told some of my employees who have kids at a drop of a dime, we're going to Miami. Yo, we're going to Miami. We're in this situation. I don't know when you're going to get back.
Make sure y'all go like them videos, man. And don't be scared.
Yeah, they're being compensated for that time. Like that, but I want to compensate them
sure y'all go
also
like
in the times that
videos, man.
I appreciate that loyalty because I know when I really need you, you're always there. And there's a balance for me in, not being stupid and just like paying people for not doing nothing. but I do think there's a little bit of loyalty that you owe, right? And every time I hear these guys like start complaining about Adam, it's like they're like, yo, bro, like, yo, when everybody left, I stayed. It's like they want that extra credit for being loyal. And I don't think Adam gives any extra credit for being loyal. He's a businessman. He's a white dude. He's a white dude that goes by business. The moment you're hurting the business, you're fired. Sharp, you were doing great. You were one of the people that made people be like, oh, you know what? Actually, I know people leaving, but Sharp's still there. You were the pillar. Yeah, but now you're not the pillar anymore. So fuck it. You're out of here. And I'm saying that to Brick Baby right now because he gonna find himself saying the same thing. And I'm not blaming Adam. I'm gonna blame them. Y'all got to realize that y'all are doing business. This extra shit y'all are doing, like, yo, nah, I held it down. I stayed down for the team. Like, none of that matters. That's like a sticker on the refrigerator. You have to realize if your employer values that. Some people don't, and you can't knock them. Some people don't, and some people do.
Where the views are not really coming in the same way that they used to. Now, I'm not hating on him for that. I'm not getting on his ass. I'm not telling him like, hey, Sharp, you need to start yelling at these bitches, whatever. You know, I'm just leaving it alone because I figured like this is his path to figure out. Now, obviously, if he's getting millions of views screaming at girls or whatever, that would be great from my perspective. You know, money's always nice. But if he doesn't want to do that, if he feels like that's kind of just lame at this point, whatever, then I guess that's probably, that's fair. Like, I'm not going to try to, like, you know, convince him to do another kind of content if he's not comfortable with it, right? So that's pretty much it. Like, that's what he's been doing. Now, I do want to mention also, holy shit, $50 donation. Into the camera like this as a thing. Like, we never talked about Sharp having, like, a weekly show. You know, like, he came on the No Jumper show, like, a couple times around that period.
Now, I'll stop here, and there's 2 more stops, and then we're off of this. I am going to blame, so I blame Sharp a little bit by thinking some loyalty is going to result in maybe, you know, additional respect maybe in the workplace. It don't work like that, at least at No Jumper. He's made it very clear that my boy goes off X's and O's. Yo, what do you bring in at the moment versus what we could return to you? And he might take some smart investments, but there is no loyalty tax. There is no, yo, man, niggas left me for dead, so like, yo.
That's what's
like,
wrong with
like,
niggas.
for example,
Niggas taking these jobs and trying to be
Yayo
friends.
gets loyalty tax, right?
It's a job, nigga.
Yo, people have switched sides on 50, blah, blah, blah. Yayo ain't never switched. Memphis Bleak gets that from Jay. Hey, no matter what, this person gonna be good, right? That don't work in every situation. Like, in a lot of situations, people are like, well, if you're not making me money and I still got to pay you, you're losing me money. And you hope you're cool with somebody, or you hope you have that you know, type of experience with them, but that's not the case. That's not the case with everybody, truth be told. Yeah.
And it just, like, you know, like, as a conversationalist, like, I fuck with him as a person, but me and Sharp are so different. Like, I've never been around the pimp shit. I've never been exposed to that shit.
Oh, this is the next point I was going to say. I fundamentally disagree with Adam here. I think Sharp is trash on the news. I think he's not gelled with Adam because what happens is when you have somebody like Sharp come out the gate knocking, and I watched his interview with Sauce Walker. Sharp, even if he's not a polished A mic, Sharp's a A mic. And Adam will know what I'm talking about. Adam, your show now, I think it has Brick Baby and Lush on it. They're not A mics. You're allowed to be the A mic. So you speak, they react. They might bring up a point, but they let you expound, you lead, this and third. That works. With Sharp, because of his success and because of his big personality, he's an A mic. So Sharp fitting into the Tuesday show or the news show doesn't work. What should have happened is you should have said, hey, you're A Mike. Now, granted, I don't think building a hip-hop show around him would be good, but building a show around him that deals in the realm that he operates in would be amazing, I think. He's a Mike, or he's attempting to be a Mike, right? Like, I think Flacco also is an attempt at being a Mike, right? When you have Flacco on an episode, his job is never to just chime in. His job is to bring up hot takes, points, call out people, rants. That's a Mike type of person. You can't have 3 A Mikes. It doesn't work. This is why the current no jumper shit works. Adam is the A Mike. I think maybe, Sharp might not understand these things I'm saying in terms of like A Mike, blah, blah, but I know Adam will. Well, Adam should have, in my opinion, and by the way, I look to Adam and I see him make mistakes and I'm like, damn, I would have made the same mistake. So I'm not saying like he's just wrong and I'm perfect, but I think he should have given Sharp his opportunity of being an A Mike within his realm, build things around him. This guy's not a plug and play. He's like Russell Westbrook, if that makes sense. Does anybody understand basketball in here? Sharp, Russell Westbrook. You don't put him on a team if you want him to sit in the corner and wait for the ball to shoot a 3. It's not going to work like that. You need him to be controlling the offense, trying to make some shit work, and if it doesn't work, he passes to a guy that makes the 3. That's what Sharp is, and that's the A Mike type of personality, I believe he is. I've always wondered, I'm like, why aren't they doing that with him? Because every time I see him on the news, it's hard to be an A Mike on the news. Also, he's not well versed in hip hop. It's hard to do a lot of things that you would imagine that Sharp is. And again, I don't know if Sharp has cognizantly seen that, but I've seen it. Anyway, I'm gonna skip into this where he talks about Sharp mentioning his woman, and then another part, and then we're off this
conversation about, and then I quickly realized, like, oh my God, Wack is going to argue with me about this.
So he basically says that Wack is a better person that he could argue with, and I of course agree, but like Wack is one of those people. Like, for example, if we look at the Wack and Adam show, those are 2 A Mikes. But Wack knows how to be the B Mike temporarily to let the A Mike Adam get it off, and Adam knows how to be the B Mike temporarily to let Wack get his shit off. It's a perfect synergy. This is expert broadcasting, and as much as you don't like Wack, anybody who's listening, Wack knows how to broadcast, because just listen to how he manipulates and controls everything on Clubhouse. Like, he knows what he's doing. So you can't compare Wack to Wack is. Even though Clubhouse is fairly new, Wack is like a 20-year veteran. You could tell he's been, I don't want to say manipulating, but Wack been doing this thing for a long time. You're dealing with the rookie who dropped 26 first year. So he doesn't really know how to lead a team. He just knows how to do one thing, but you want him to learn to lead a team. So you can't compare Sharp to Wack.
So like challenge with the end. I think that's why even in the last week, I've seen a little bit more. So, as far as like Sharp being part of it, I just never really thought about it, to be totally honest, because I never really enjoyed talking to him like on a podcast that much. Okay. It's just not like give you advice and coach you through podcasting shit. And instead
So he mentions that they try to have meetings with Sharp, try to tell him how he could improve. He said Sharp wouldn't listen. I get that being true. Sharp probably thinks, nigga, I'm the rookie of the year. Like, nigga, I'm doing $1 million an episode. How are you telling, nigga, look at these other niggas who not doing what I'm doing. How are you giving me advice? What advice you giving them? I get that.
Just a pure profit split. We're going to give him X amount of dollars so that he can move out to LA and that it'll make sense for him to be out here. And I'm kind of thinking like this is like a pretty good idea. I'm thinking that.
So Sharp moves LA.
And I don't know, like maybe he has been doing that and I just don't know about it. But for the most part, that hasn't really happened, right? So like we paid him, I think, for like a year, like a set monthly amount, right? And at some point when we stopped doing the news.
Okay, that makes sense. So I guess he says, all right, let's stop doing this profit share shit. Or let's have you on the news. I'll give you a standard paycheck. They do it for a year, then they stop doing the news, and then what's going to happen then?
I had to kind of pull that back, right? because it's like you're not doing consistent content on the channel anymore. You're just doing the podcast. With us taking the news away, that's like 10 podcast appearances a month that you're not going to be doing. So we cut back that monthly amount. I get the idea that he didn't really care for that decision too much, which I get. But it's like ultimately,
Hey, the place where I'll always like, sometimes y'all want me to be like, oh, Adam, you fake, blah, blah. Is I said, Adam is moving directly off of business. As I said, if Adam was running my business, half of the people who claim they work for me would be fired. Because he would be like, yo, when's the last time you worked? How many days you worked in the last 3 months? How much we paid you? You're fired. That's his demeanor. I look at it slightly different.
we give Sharp free reign to do whatever the fuck you want. That's strange. City 2 Fly, you a legend, Adam. So that's where we've been at. I felt like a little bit of annoyance coming from Sharp ever since we took that money away per month or whatever. But it's like ultimately, like, you know, he's just had a lot of time.
And I think this is a difference between like me and Adam, right? So like the Spotify contract is done. We've exhausted a lot of that funds doing different things. But me, I'm paying out of pocket until I find and for me, that's I'm like, you know what? Well, we don't use that one studio. Well, I'm gonna repurpose some people to work that studio and we'll do rentals. So we're gonna do rentals. It'll make sense for me why I'm paying you this amount, because I don't go in and do off the record shit that much. So rather than just stop paying people, because I know what happens is when you stop paying people, bro, people instantly get resentful, right? You know, like in your mind, you're an entrepreneur, you want to save this and third. The people who work for you, it's not like they have a million things lined up. The moment you stop paying them, they're like, nigga, I got rent, I got car note, I got child support. What's up? They become resentful of you. So for me, I just try to create different opportunities throughout the business that they could do it. You know what I mean?
Time to like develop consistent content or anything that works on the channel, and we just haven't really, if anything, we've gotten away from that, like, you know. And I even, Remo told me that he talked to him a couple weeks ago and told him, like, bro, there's nothing wrong. And I think this is a reiteration of what Academics had told him, but basically, like, there's nothing wrong with just having one thing that you're good at and just running it into the ground. I mean,
yo, y'all niggas hate this. Yo, somebody gonna send me a DM. He says, how much act for you to skip this topic? Oh my God. Y'all hate this topic so much? Yo, somebody trying to pay me to skip this topic. This is crazy.
if you look at whatever, Fresh and Fit, that's what they do. They bring girls on, they make crazy ass content. Granted, like, are they still as popular as they used to be? I'm not so sure, but
Okay, let me just get to this last part where you talk about Lena.
I don't think I did that. I think that
There you go.
if me and Sharp went our own separate ways, that we would just be able to be cool about it and talk shit about each other publicly. I always thought that he would just like be real enough to hold it down and just not feel the need to think you should be on the channel anymore. Lives are fake and that people are just making shit up, and that and I can't even hold it against that. This pisses me the fuck off because
See, the whole time he been talking for 20 minutes. Yeah, I skipped through a bunch. As soon as he got to address his woman, that's why I keep telling you, hey, for any employees, let me tell you this, I don't care how cool you are with the boss. Ignore the boss's girl he fucking. Ignore his side chick, his wife. Trust me.
tantrum rant thing, whatever he did today, you know, I don't really respect it. But let me also just comment on the girl thing, because I think that's probably the thing that people found the most interesting. Sharp said that he can tell that I talk bad about him to Lena, because when he would see Lena in the workplace, he could tell that she thought that she was better than him. Ooh, okay, let's talk about that. This pisses me the fuck off, because
Let's get to that.
do you know how many times? Now, first off, some of you guys think Lena's like crazy. She's a porn star or whatever. Lena is the most tame, normal fucking girl on the face of the earth. And many times I had to sit there when she had a complaint about something with Sharp, and I had to sit there and I had to explain to her, listen, I'm not from the pimp world, but I understand that it works like this. So let's talk about it. This is the thing. This is why it's not that big a deal. This is why Sharp didn't mean what he meant when he said this. Me trying to explain it to her. Do I have to do this for other people sometimes? Yes, because Lena also doesn't understand like the gang shit. So sometimes I'll have to explain like, yes, Brick had the whoop-de-whoop in the spot. And yeah, I know it's kind of inappropriate to have the whoop-de-whoop in the spot, but hey, man, that's how he's living. This is a gang thing. It's different shit. You know, it's like same with Sharp. It's like the pimp shit. Yeah, he said this to this one girl. You got to understand, this is not our culture, so we got to kind of like take a step back and just like acknowledge that it is what it is, right? So that's me spending some significant percentage of my life defending Sharp to Lena. Why does Lena feel some type of way? He's not wrong. He's not wrong that Lena definitely probably feels some type of way about him. You want to know why? Ooh, this is the juicy part. Because there's been multiple times where Sharp, arguably under the influence of alcohol, at noon, at 1, at 2 p.m., whatever, when we're filming Plug Talk episodes at the office, there's been a couple different times where the girls who work for Plug Talk have had some shit said to them by him that was inappropriate, that was not great, that we didn't like. Those girls who work for Plug Talk, you know how you guys, right now you're thinking like, who? Yeah. I don't even put them on Front Street like that. We don't even really talk about them. We tag them and shit. One of them doesn't even have an Instagram. But we love them. They're amazing. They're so great as workers and shit. They're fantastic.
Adam, you capping, man. I'm going to keep it a beam with you. I'm going to take up for Sharp on this one. Because I be hearing when you're talking to, when I don't watch your Plug Talk content, respectfully. But when I hear you talking to niggas, whether it's Whack or your other two co-hosts that you be having on your weekly show, you don't be talking about these women like too upstanding. You call them bitches. Like you like I'm not saying you shame what they do, because obviously you do what they do, but you kind of throw it in the air that it's okay for people to expound their own opinion, because it's like you right here talking about them like they're like nuns. Man, I heard you call these whores. You feel what I'm saying?
And I want nothing but respect to be coming towards them at any given time.
Now, this is where I think Adam's picking and choosing. Adam don't care if y'all violate bitches. He just don't want y'all to violate the women that his wife works with, because that's her colleagues and it's gonna fuck up his household. Completely get it, but don't act like this is your demeanor. This is not your demeanor.
Because they're just girls with jobs, and they don't.
Keeping it real. Like, you know what I mean? Again, I'm not saying that's how it should be, but he's giving a real opinion, and you don't check his ass.
This is a workplace, and I understand that to a random ass hoe, you could talk to him a certain way, and maybe in another situation,
5 minutes,
you might run into these girls and talk to them a certain type of way, and maybe they'll like it. I don't fucking know, but either way, it's not appropriate for the workplace. And I believe.
Yo, that's the craziest thing I ever heard. It's not appropriate for the workplace. Imagine, Adam be on the podcast with these niggas telling them that he had his fucking prostate massaged, that he fucking had a 5-some, he nutted on some bitches. If that's for the workplace, but these niggas can't comment on the whores that y'all fucking, come on, bro. Come on. We gotta be fair now. Come on.
Believe that point has kind of been made to Sharp, like probably not from me, but from, Josh or Laura or whoever. I feel like people have probably like mentioned this to him, that it's like, there's just a way that you don't act in the workplace. And that is aggressive towards girls with that kind of energy, whatever.
Adam, I'm gonna warn you right now. As I said, remember, nigga, I don't care how much Plug Talk paying you. You run no jumper. You saying this about your employees, throwing them under the bus. Oh, you're acting aggressive towards women who come in here. You know what that's perceived. Again, maybe he is acting like that. I don't know. But you saying that is giving the vibes of, this nigga's a pervert and a creep, harassing and possibly could be approaching with women. You got to be careful about that, because these are also your employees. And y'all deal with hip-hop content where y'all operate a certain way. And you hiring gangbangers and pimps. You can't hire gangbangers and pimps and then be like, Oh, yo, why are you being aggressive in the workplace? It's like hiring a gangbang, be like, yo, why are you so violent? Like, come on, bro. Like, why you hiring a gangbanger? You hired a pimp. Yo, why are you so aggressive towards women? Bruh, you hired a pimp.
I think, like, honestly, I think that, like, there was probably other incidents as well. And Leonard,
Nah, that's that white people speak. You can't talk about other incidents. That nigga look guilty now. That nigga look crazy. Now I'm looking at it like, damn, you trying to tell me Sharp was sneaking pussy on the side?
I don't fuck around with that shit. Like, she don't want anybody being disrespectful to her girls. And me too. I feel the same way. And in addition to that,
The mere fact he said Leonard don't want blah, blah, blah. Happy wife, happy life. And I respect it. Now, listen, I respect it. But Adam, trust me. I ain't gonna lie. And by the way, I've gotten to those, like, tough situations too. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I've had women who try to, like, think they trying to make boss decisions for me because they could use, oh, well, I'm fucking this guy. And at the end of the day, I had people tell other people, like, they fired. And I'm like, I had to tell the people who said, man, shut the fuck up. Nigga, I'm the only person that made these decisions. I know happy wife, happy life. But you have a chick start thinking she running shit up in that bit. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's a situation with Adam. I'm just saying, man, you got to get your guys back too. That's a fact.
like, some of these girls that he screamed at on the podcast over the years are also her homies. They're people.
See, that's fucked up. Yo, he screamed at a bitch and you admitted that it got you a $15,000 in a week. But then you're kind of penalizing for it because maybe the girl was the friend of your wife. You got to pick a side. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, he screamed at the girl, but we know what the content did. $15,000 a week. Probably did $50,000 over. Are you going to take it out on him? Or it's an interesting thing.
People that she fucks with that are in the same industry as her, porn star girls.
Give me 3
And
minutes,
so,
chat.
there's never really been a time where, like, some girl was really mad at me and Lena over something that Sharp said to them. But there was definitely times where it felt like it was going to go in that direction because he was just kind of wilding too hard to the point where it might have, like, kind of made us look bad or whatever. But it never even really got to some crazy extent, right? But it definitely was not something we approved of when it came to saying shit to the girls who work in the office, right? On the Plug Talk side. That's the only thing that I believe would make Lena feel any kind of way towards Sharp. It's just the fact that she doesn't fuck with, like, dudes being disrespectful to girls in the first place. She's very girl power. She's very.
Yo, Adam, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you, bro. You got to listen. I can't tell you what to do, but you gotta separate. Apparently, they got that Plug Talk shit and No Jumper in the same building, bro. Get your girl to do that sex shit elsewhere. Let me tell you this, Adam. You run a platform that the mantra is "fuck these bitches." That's how it goes, gang. Like, your platform is roasting the Ruby Rose when she start acting goofy when it comes to Drewski and shit like that. That's your platform, bro. You can't have the other platform saving the hoes. Bruv, you could do that personally, but you can't expect your coworkers to, like, balance that. Go film porn in a treehouse somewhere and, like, just don't have your girl, with all due respect, don't have her pull up to the fucking spot where you know you're misogynistic. Because, nigga, just hip-hop, nigga, the fuck? Don't have your girl who thinks that everybody getting fucked, even though they married, is cool. Don't have your girl pull up to the spot where you're talking to gangbangers and pimps that are like, that shit is disgusting. You setting them up.
very, like, she supports the girls. She doesn't really, whatever guys are doing is kind of water under the bridge to her, as long as
Happy wife, happy life. So I ain't gonna say that. Man, I know Adam not jacking no hoes like this. He know his girl, like, every girl who claimed who's super, like, into, like, the whoredom facet, they all love to be on some shit like they feminist. I'm trying to understand you right now, and they say, why'd you want to get fucked by another nigga? I guarantee the first thing that come out of her mouth, because every feminist think like this. If my man could fuck other bitches, I could fuck other niggas. Facts. That's why every feminist think. So that's the reality. You get what I'm saying? So when you talking about, oh, she mad girl power, no, she a feminist, gang. She on that other shit. Like, keep it real. Fuck these feminist hoes. Me personally, I ain't with it. You get what I'm saying? And shit, I'm not saying I haven't dealt with no chicks that on some feminist shit, but wife saying like blah blah blah. Like even the whole thing with Adam letting another nigga fuck his wife. Man, I don't think Adam, like, I know Adam is a money
That
type
was
of nigga. I
crazy.
just told you. I said I would lose tens of thousands of dollars just to not fire my staff. You get what I'm saying? He's saying that if you're not bringing shit in, you fired, nigga. I don't think he's that heartless. And here's the thing too. I don't think he was it's just all about money why he would let a nigga fuck his wife. I think she probably hitting him with the feminist shit. Like, you ever seen feminist Twitter? Like, if stay off Twitter if you don't like feminist agenda. Because they be saying some bullshit. You know what I mean? They're the people who be like, if he cheating, I'm cheating worse. If you could fuck another bitch and cheat on me, I could go fuck another nigga. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I love Cardi B, but that's the same shit Cardi B on. Oh, well, Offset, you cheated. So, yeah, I know I got your baby in my belly, but I'm gonna fuck a nigga too, or entertain a nigga. I don't even know if she fucked a nigga, but whatever. That's that feminist shit, bruh, 100%. Adam not no feminist. That's a fact. So, really, it's happy wife, happy life. So, when I'm hearing him say this shit, he don't believe it one bit. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? If he believed this, put it like this. If Adam believed this, he would have never hired Brick Baby and Sharp. Them niggas, the way they talk about women from where they come from, is not on some feminist shit. Yo, white feminist. Because she like getting dick. She a porn star. Half of these porn star bitches, like, they all don't believe in God. And then they all be like, oh, we're just a feminist. We believe we could do the same things as guys. But that's a fucking phenotype.
In any way sort of acted as if she didn't care for Sharp or didn't like him too much. It was 100% that and nothing else. It's not like, what am I?
I agree.
You think I'm just laying around pillow talking to her and making her hate you? Like, I don't.
Yo, Adam, I've been there with you too, my boy. Matter of fact, I can tell you right now. Me and an ex of mine, she don't like Flacco. Like, yo, man, fuck Flacco. How you gon'? Man, I fuck with Flacco. Flacco be having my back. That's my boy. I think he gonna be good. I wanna collab with him. Don't collab with him. Look, that nigga stutters. That nigga this. That nigga that. Man, shut the fuck up. Yo, Flacco, what's up? When you pulling up, nigga? Pull up on you, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? That's really what it is. Sometimes your girl definitely gonna be hating on some shit. So I don't think he pillow talking, right? Like, I don't be pillow talking about no damn Flacco. But have I had a chick who would be like, yo, hating on Flacco, man?
I don't come home from work and talk about no jumper drama with her.
You don't come home and do yo. The only reason I'm addressing this is because I be in the same position as Adam. You don't come home and do it. Yo, bitch, do it. Facts. Your girl be in your business. Trust me. Because a nigga never need to. Let me tell you this. Only a bitch ass nigga need to consult his girl over what he do at work. Do you think I should put Sharp on the Friday show? You know, you're never saying that to her. You know what? You go home, you trying to have a good time, your feet hurting, your brain is about to explode, you just want to chill, your back hurting, you've been sitting in this fucking chair all day, and then your girl gonna be like, you need to fire that guy. Like, yo, he disrespected one of my friends. She was crying to me today. She don't know why the hell you employed her. You employ that nigga. Now you got to deal with the fact that your girl triggered over something your employee did, and you're over here trying to explain the ways. You ain't bringing it to her, but you dealing with it.
There's so much no jumper drama that she has no idea about. And everyone
That's good too. We're about done. Maybe a minute.
once in a while she'll like go look at the Reddit and she'll hit me up and be like, what about this thing? Like this person said this to this person. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I just don't want to. This is why. I don't want to be in the office all day where I like talk about a lot of these things on camera. I don't want to like come home and then have to talk about it again. Why would I want to do that? So I don't like fill her in. Like any Sharp drama over the last year, for sure she has no idea. I just don't mention it. So the idea that I'm like pillow talking and shitting on him to her is crazy. And the idea that like,
Yeah, you not shitting on him to her, but she's in your ear shitting on Sharp the whole time, that's gonna put you in a precarious position where it's like, damn, do I really want to? I think you're to be blamed a little bit, Adam as well. Obviously, we just mentioned the Leonard stuff, but of course, prerequisites, franchise player quality, and it should have been built around rather than trying to make you plug and play, right? You can't do plug and play with Carmelo, who needs the ball all the time, who needs to blah blah blah. You
Damn.
get people away from him. You draft a new team to help him. And that's how you create.
You gonna be in that bitch like me.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, chat, y'all got me. I'm off of this shit.
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that one up, man. Y'all go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all on the next video.